And now it's time for the fan favorite portion of the show. This week in history, a trivia style. 7 questions, all multiple choice answers, set to medium difficulty. I have one person playing along today, as far as I know. And we're going to get through these quickly, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Question number 1. Who launched the first liquid fueled rocket? Who did that? Was it Werner von Braun, Robert H. Goddard, Howard Hughes, or Amelia Earhart? Well, I think we can narrow that down quite easily to one correct answer. Who launched the first liquid-fueled rocket? Werner von Braun, Robert H. Goddard, Howard Hughes, or Amelia Earhart? I'm giving you a little bit of time to answer the question, and then I am moving on. So get your questions in quickly. When you hear them, make a guess. A, B, C, or D. You can do that. You don't have to try to spell Werner. I understand that's a hard one. Oh, Jessica. Hello, Jessica. It's good to see you, my friend. She says Goddard. And no longer waiting on James to answer. We're moving on. Jay says Goddard, he is driving. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. How did he have so much time to harass me earlier if he's driving now? All of the Taneys say Goddard. They are both wrong. I am positive the first person to launch a liquid-fueled rocket was of German descent. So my answer is Werner von Braun. We'll find out who's right together at the end. I will ask the question more slowly, knowing that someone is driving. Who held the first official St. Patrick's Day parade in New York City? Who held the first official St. Patrick's Day parade in New York City? Was it Irish immigrants, the British Army, the United States Army, or the NYFD? Who held the first official St. Patrick's Day parade in New York City? Irish immigrants, the British Army, the United States Army, or the New York Fire Department? I don't know. Jessica has unofficially become the scribe for everyone's answers. Are there other people in the vehicle that would also like to chime in their answers, or is it just the two of yous? The two of youins? That's me eating up time because I can't read a question the third time. Irish immigrants for both of us. Okay. They are staying strong together. I like that. Or she's just economizing her texting time, which I like that too. I disagree. I believe it was the NYFD. Don't you know many of the firefighters were Irish? Caitlin also. Okay. Caitlin also goes with Irish immigrants. It seems like an easy answer. You could be 0 for 2 so far. We'll find out. But then Caitlin just popped in, so she would only be 0 for 1 because she didn't answer the first one. March 18th, 1965. March 18th, 1965. What major space milestone happened? March 18th, 1965. Was it the first moon landing? The first satellite launch? The first space station? Or first human spacewalk? It's March 18th. It's 1965. What major space milestone happened? A, the first moon landing. B, first satellite launch. C, first space station. Or D, first human spacewalk. They are driving down the road. Mama San is collecting everyone's answers. She is typing them into the magic box in her hand, and I will soon know at least 3 answers. A, B, C, or D. First moon landing, first satellite watch, first space station, or first human spacewalk. I really try to avoid giving my answer until everybody else gets theirs in because I'm usually right. Not so much. I haven't gone 7 for 7 in several weeks. D. White is going to go with the moonwalk. Good to see you there. All right. Jess says the satellite. Jay says the spacewalk. Cooper says the moon landing. And Caitlin satellite. Very good answers from everybody. I love that. I am going to go with satellite in my eyes like a diamond. You didn't know you were going to get some Dave Matthews this morning, did you? March 19th, 2003. What major global event began March 19th, 2003? Was it the war in Afghanistan, the Gulf War, the Iraq War, or the Cold War? Not really happy with how it did these questions, but we're just going to get through it. March 19th, 2003. A, B, C, or D? This might be easier for the family scribe there in the car. A, war in Afghanistan. B, Gulf War. C, Iraq War. Or D, Cold War. March 19th, 2003. I don't believe it was that long. I know we did that first, and then we did that, and then there was that, which was there, and then that. I'm going to have to go with, I got my answer. And again, it's March 19th, it's 2003. What major global event began? A, the war in Afghanistan. B, the Gulf War. C, the Iraq War. Or D, the Cold War. That is question number 4. She is typing frantically, I am sure. But I can't wait for your slow typing. Text to voice, my goodness. Voice to text, for Christ's sakes. I want that because all right, here we go. Here we go finally with the answers. Cooper, Afghanistan. Jay, Afghanistan. And then finally she says, all Afghanistan. But what you may have forgotten is that we started bombing Afghanistan very shortly after 9/11. We didn't go into Iraq until later. I'm pretty sure it was Iraq and not Afghanistan. That's my guess. I could be wrong. I could be right. I may be crazy. March 20th. March 20th, 1852. What famous book was published? March 20th, 1852. Was it Moby Dick, Uncle Tom's Cabin, The Scarlet Letter, or Little Women? How is he driving and still texting? Okay? How is that happening? What famous book was published on March 20th, 1852? Moby Dick, Uncle Tom's Cabin, The Scarlet Letter, or Little Women? It's one of the ones that either you know it or you don't know it, and come on. Who knows when a book is published? You may be able to guess by the year, and by the year, I'm going to go with my answer. So again, A, Moby Dick. B, Uncle Tom's Cabin. C, The Scarlet Letter. Or D, Little Women, which was published on March 20th, 1852. This next one you should be able to get. I'm waiting on your answers. I have my answer. I'm going to go with B. That's what I'm going to do. And again, as a quick reminder, you grade yourself. You score yourself. If you're cheating, that's on you. If you're not cheating, well, all right, here we go. Caitlin says Moby Dick. Cooper says Scarlet Letter. Jay, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Jess goes with Little Women. All right. A Family Divided. Dwight, no clue. But you can take a random guess. It costs nothing to make a guess, man. March 21st, 1963. Here we are, question number 6. March 21st, 1963. What infamous prison closed? If you get this wrong, you're going to take a penalty. If you get this wrong, you are not allowed to play along next week. And I will write your name down on this piece of paper if you get this wrong. And then you can't play next week. There's punishment. There is a stick to the carrot, okay? What infamous prison closed on this date, March 21st, 1963? Was it Sing Sing? Was it Rikers Island? Was it Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary? Or was it Leavenworth? Those are your 4 options. Sing Sing, Rikers Island, Alcatraz, Leavenworth. The entire Taney family says Alcatraz. Dwight says Alcatraz. The correct answer, and good news for all of you, is you are not going on my list of naughty people. Everybody gets it right. Alcatraz is without a doubt the correct answer. And if we go to the answers and we all got it wrong, I'm not even doing the show next week. How about that? March 22nd, 1997. What major cultural event took place? March 22nd, 1997. What major cultural event took place? Was it the premiere of Titanic? The launch of Netflix? A Hale-Bopp comet peak visibility? Or the first Harry Potter book was released? Harry Potter, not written by J.R. Tolkien. R.R.? Is he R.R.? Is he Tolkien? Again, your multiple choice answers are the premiere of Titanic, the launch of Netflix, the Hale-Bopp comet peak visibility, or the first Harry Potter book was released. What major cultural event took place March 22nd, 1997? I have my answer locked in, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and move forward to the answers to the questions so we can get through the rest of this. Answers, please. My answer is locked in. I typed in answers, please. It's going to give me the answers to the questions. I'm not even looking over there. I'm focused over here, looking for your answers, please, I said. Answers, please. It didn't respond to answers, please. All right, and I've got no answers over there. What was the last one? Major event, 1997. Jess says Titanic. Cooper says Harry Potter. Jay says Netflix. Caitlin says Netflix. If you said Netflix, I believe you're wrong. I believe the answer, because I try to put myself where I was in my life. And in 1997, I know where I was when I watched Titanic. And it's the first movie I'd seen in a very long time that had an intermission and a surprise ending. I believe the answer is the Titanic. Me and Jess, we agree. Let's find out how we did together. Son of a gun. Off the bat, I am not doing good. Robert Goddard, this dude basically invented modern rocketry, and people thought he was nuts at the time. Without him, no NASA, no moon landing, no Elon tweets about Mars. It was Robert Goddard who did the first liquid-fueled rocket. I think that's fake history. Fake news. Fake news! Question number 2, don't feel bad. We all got it wrong. The correct answer was the British Army. Plot twist, the first New York City St. Patrick's Day parade wasn't Irish rebels. It was Irish soldiers serving in the British Army. History loves irony. March 18th, 1965, it was the first human spacewalk. Soviet cosmonaut Alexei Leonov stepped outside his spacecraft and almost couldn't get back in. His suit puffed up like a Goodyear balloon. I think they should have said Michelin Man. I think that would have been better. But I'm talking to AI. So yeah, I am being destroyed this week. However, I get a little redemption here. On March 19, 2003, the correct answer, the only answer, was the beginning of the Iraq War. The Iraq War came first. Wrong. I may go 1 for 7 this week, but I got this one right, and you didn't. Shock and awe kicks off on March 19, 2003, one of the defining geopolitical moments of the 2000s. Not like the 91 shock and awe, where all the CNN reporters were in the hotel and the whole city was firing off. Yes, the correct answer, not Afghanistan. It was, of course. Oh, I don't feel bad. I feel better. March 20th, 1852. Anybody who said anything other than Uncle Tom's Cabin, you did not get correct answer. Correct answer was Uncle Tom's Cabin. Massive cultural impact. Abraham Lincoln supposedly called Stowe the little lady who started this great war. Stowe, as in Harriet Beecher Stowe? Who is the Stowe Abraham Lincoln is calling on this? Is that who wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin? All I knew is Uncle Tom is the hero. And in modern parlance, Uncle Tom is not the hero. So it just means more and more people didn't read the book. Again, thank you for all getting this one right, because I would have hated to kick you to the curb. We all got March 21st, 1963 as the closing of Alcatraz, and it was closed because it was too expensive to run, not because inmates kept escaping, although 3 guys disappeared and were never found. So maybe they escaped, maybe they did not. March 22nd, 1997, another one we all got wrong. This was a Hale-Bopp comet peak visibility. You could see it with your naked eye for weeks. I remember when this happened, and I remember the Heaven's Gate cult decided to just do it around that time frame. I just didn't know it was 97. I wasn't living in America at the time, so anyway, okay, that's it. That's going to wrap up this week. Thanks for playing along as always. I don't have much. A new taping of the Lunsby Show will begin soon. I just uploaded all of last week's stuff to the YouTubes if you watch it there. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you are a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Bruce sends her love. Thanks for playing along. And Lunsby.